driving down the freeway, hands out the window, baby, I know. I could be Bonnie to your Clyde. I should be your silver right-hand side. I could be the one you counted on. If you'd only ask me, so won't you open up the door and let me in? Ask me around, I take you all around. If you just let me win this time, but I never tried. I just can't believe you can't see the fire burning, how it burns, don't burn inside of me. I could be funny to your life. I should be a silver right-hand side. I could be funny to your life. I should be a silver right-hand side. I could be funny to your life. I should be a silver right-hand side. I could be funny to your life. If you'd only ask me so. Thank you so much. All right, so funny story. I'm a huge Elton John fan.
What?
Like, people are like, yeah, I love Elton John. I know, like, I can tell you stuff about Elton. Like, I can tell you when the album came out. I can tell you where it was recorded. You know, all the way up until, I think, probably not present day. But before that, I can tell you where it was recorded. And being a big Elton John fan and being present on social media, I got the chance to be a part of, I think it's Too Low for Zero. You'd have to know that that's from 1983. That's the album from 1983. I guess that's why they call it the blues album. I got a friend request from this lady named Linda, and she is the head of a fan club, and she's such a nice lady. And she wakes me up via text messenger, and then a phone call through Messenger, and I jump up, I was like, she's Canada, so I'm like, all right, I'm talking to her, and she said, hey, so Stuart Epp saw your song on our, because they shared it. I have this song called The Fire, and Stuart Epp once recorded Elton John, like he'd been with Elton John from the early 70s, and then with Gus Dudgeon, who was the producer, so it's the fan that I am. He used to like record with Gus, and they would record Elton John. And she said, hey, he wants to talk to you. Like I was like, okay, well, that's pretty awesome. I was like, the Stuart Epp, like the guy, that cat, like the real guy. And she's like, yeah. So he finally gets through to me through Messenger, and he goes, hey, I like that song, The Fire. I'm like, oh, thank you. He goes, do you know you sound like Elton John? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I sound like Elton John. So no, like that song really sounds like an Elton John song. And I think to myself, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Like, that's my influence in life is Elton John. So he wanted to chat a little bit more and wanted to do recording. But at the time, I was recording and producing with Caitlin Gray and Neil Harvey. And I still record with them, just like I record here in Houston in the Lucky Run Studios. So I haven't got the chance yet to record with Stuart Epp, but maybe in the future. But at the moment, I really do like my producers. But it was amazing to get that, do you know? Like, no, it's lost on me. Went right over my head. I had no idea that that's the case. Like, we were coming up here and we were listening to, I guess why I call it blues, right, baby? Like, I can go right into it. That's when you found your partner in life, when the harmonica solo comes on and you're like, you're like, that, yeah, that's my love. So this song is called The Fire. It's one of my favorites. It's a jovial little kind of, it's not really a love song. It's kind of like I love myself more kind of song. But like I said, it's called The Fire. Whoa. Walk around the beach so bright. Through the red, though I catch your eye. Lips so sweet, this hurts to fall. Like you're screaming in my heart. Girl, go it all. Shadow falls off my nose. Just thinking, can't you hear the thought of the smooth? Gotta be your own way. Hair of the corner, so stretched out. My hands so empty, I'm a piece in the crowd. Running away, run back. What may come, what the future holds, I'll never look back to the old. I won't cry, you bet I will lie. I won't love. Tip of your hat, your voice so sly. Just to be alone with you. Slowly this amber begins to light. Should I be alone with my own rage, the colors of gold. The smoldering waiting, wanting to hold. You're reaching out here, letting go. What may come, what the future holds, I'll never look back to the old. I won't cry, you bet I will lie. I won't love. What may come and what the future holds, I'll never look back to the old. I won't cry, you bet I will lie. I won't love. That's the one that's the one that's kind of supposed to sound like an Elton John song. I don't know if it does. I get where he's coming from in that sense of like, if Elton's on and I'm playing an Elton John song, you'd be like, you've listened to Elton your entire life. Like, matter of fact, Rocket Man. If I were to play Rocket Man, I do that Rocket Man. Like, it's not 12 minutes, but it's close to 6. Because that's like a 3.5, 4 minute long song. And if you see him live, it's like a 12-minute long song. And I've taken that upon myself. Oh, yeah, I know how to do that. I could do that. So I enjoy it quite a bit. When I wrote this song is called In Time. And when I wrote it, it was, again, 2021. 2021 was a huge, huge time for me. Not only am I a big Elton John fan, but I'm also a big Eddie Izzard and Sarah McGinnis fan. Oh, my God. Like, if you know me, you know I love Sarah McGinnis. Like, I love that woman. She's amazing. And if you follow anything that Eddie Izzard does, Eddie ran 32 marathons in 31 days in January of 2021. And so every single day I would wake up to watch that. Because, I mean, like, you could watch it. You could watch it happen. You could see all these people being interviewed. You could see this money being raised, things changing around the world. It was really big for me to sit up and watch it. My children and I would sit and watch it. It was a big, cool thing. And I was totally inspired. Like, day 5, I got to chat with Eddie. We talked. It was supposed to be like 10, maybe 12 minutes. We got on really well, so we talked for like 40 minutes. I kept Ed running, it was great. And being able to do that, it just inspired me to do so many other things. And I just started writing. And I always thought what it would be like to go to England. I'd never been before, but I always wanted to go. Ever since I saw Hard Day's Night, that was my dream. Yes, right? I didn't do anything like that, but in your mind, you're like the Beatles. You're like, when you're in London, you're like, this is it. This is it. I'm at the place. And after seeing Hard Day's Night, that's who I wanted to be. I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. I wanted to be like them. I loved anything. And then I found Monty Python, and I was like, even more like, oh my God, Brits are amazing. We're okay when it comes to comedy, but they are gods, right? And so I was really, really inspired, and I thought, what would it be like? What would it be like to go to England? What would it be like to be on the train? And so I started writing the song called In Time. And then I went. I went in late August of 2021, and it was absolutely amazing. I was on the train from London to Newcastle, and I was looking out into the beautiful countryside, and I just thought, I'm here. It's one of those things that, you've got on a bucket list. You think one day you're going to do it, and when you're in the moment of doing it, it just hits you in a way that you can't describe. And the euphoria that I felt, and the sadness that I felt, and the excitement, all at the same time. And I came home and I wrote the rest of the song. And so at one point, when I used to sing it, it was sad. And now when I sing it, I'm just really like, yeah, I've gotten to the other side. Feel the rhythm of the train as we are flying fast towards the sun. It feels just like the wheels beneath me rolling down south on 61. Traveling past the memories of what's left behind in my blue jean pocket full of notes. You left me and I just hide inside. That's where finally inside. That's where I've left. Inspiration has never quite thinking of future days when the pain you left will soon subside like this warm summer rain inside. That's where I'm finding inside. That's where I met you. The dawning of the moon. Your eyes so blue, light of mine. And again, the dawning of the moon. Your eyes were so blue, light of mine. Yes, but not with you. Feel the rhythm of the train as we are flying fast through the night. Engines roaring and way behind, like the chains of one of my. That's one of those songs that you kind of sit with and you think, how does it change my life? How do I see it now? How do I perceive the lyrics at the moment? And I think that's the first time that I've written something and felt something else and then gone back and sang it and I'm like, oh no, like it's a better thing now. Yeah. Which I find pretty awesome. There it is. It's always the B string. All right, so for years, I was in this band called Red Iris. And we haven't officially broken up, I've been told. Last time we ran into them, what was it, December? No, we're not even broken up. Oh, gee, like the bass player was like, we're not even broken up. Like, oh, man, I believe like 5 years, but okay. And there's a couple of songs that I wrote. I wrote quite a few songs with them, but there's two that I play in my sets, and one of them is the song called Stay. And the idea of that song, well, I'm surrounded by these people in the band, and I knew their wives, and I knew their family, I knew all these other things, and I knew backstories. And then there were other people that I had worked with and other people that I played music with, and they and their spouses had been together for a really, really long time. And other people were breaking up and other people were getting together, and it was just an interesting thing to be sitting in the middle of. And I wrote the song called Stay. And it's not what people thought it was. People thought it had something to do with my relationship. And it had nothing to do with anything that I had gone through. It was what I was sitting and I was watching. And I wrote it in the sense of like, so you've been together for so long and you've hit this bump in the road. Man, just stay. Just sit into it. Just work it out. Just like, and I thought to myself, if that was me, I would be like, if you don't fight for this with me, if you don't help, if you don't try to fight for this, then if you walk away, you can't come back. Like I can't see it. I can't live with it. I can't. And like I said, it wasn't my relationship. It was other people that I was watching through time that I knew, like people that, you know, friends had worked with, people that I knew, people that I'd seen on TV. I'd just seen this kind of, this give up. And I just, even if you don't make it, you at least have to work through trying to make it. You have to put some kind of effort into it. So I wrote this song called Stay. When you take back time and you rewrite the lines, you're gonna leave me dry. What are you gonna say when you don't really care if I'm standing there? You're gonna oh, what are you gonna play? You take back good and everything that I could have ever given to you. What are you gonna say when you don't really see it was always here? Maybe I'll be gone. See, maybe I'm done. Who's gonna tell you no? Who's gonna steal your show? Who's gonna let you run? Let you run. Who's gonna steal your soul? so much. I always like that one myself. All right, so this is a song that I wrote. I wrote this about my children. This happens to be my love's favorite. And I wrote the song. I was sitting at my desk in my apartment, and I could hear the laughter of children. I looked through the window, and it was my kids. And they were happy, and they were having a good time, and they were running around, throwing stuff at each other. Like, they were having a really good time. And it was after the pandemic. It was after all these things that we had gone through, that they were just really well-adjusted, happy kids. And it made me think, all right, I've done all right. And in that moment, it let me let go. It was like a switch. I let go of not everything in my life, but so much. And again, I wrote it in 2021, and it's called Blue. Blue. Blue, blue, won't you smile again for me? The little sentimental and the kids that playing in the street, and I can hear the radio from the car next door. I am lost now in your dream. Blue, blue, blue. Won't you smile again for me? 'Cause I'm waiting for your next line. I was calling you in my sleep. See, I've been thinking I should let go. The smile carries me. Blue, blue, won't you smile again for me? 'Cause I'm down, I've been up, I'm wrong, I was loved, a sinner through here. So you've been called, I carried on, feel out of nowhere. You were always here. Blue, won't you smile again for me? When I lay down at night, I know the light brings meaning to life. And if we stare out into the ocean or the sky, we see blue. Blue, smile carried me, and your smile it carried me. Hey, I know you love that one. So, I am a very, very strong believer in when your higher self tells you to do something, like when it's not your thought, when it's something that pops into your brain and it's like, hey, do this. You should do it. Like, I'm not saying there's voices in your head. I'm just like, when you're supposed to do something. It's deep in your soul. You just know it. It's a message from God. It's a thing that happens to you. And the moment it happens, you absolutely know that that's what it is. I was 24, almost 25, and that voice woke me up. It woke me up from a deep sleep, and it said go. And I knew when I woke up what it meant. And I called my mother, and I said, hey, I'm going to go see Mama and Papa in Mississippi. I've got the baby. He's 3, almost 4 at that time. And we're going to go to Mississippi. That's what we're going to do. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I got $200 for you. I called my ex-husband at the time, and I said, hey, when you get home from work, we're not going to be there. We're going to go see Mama and Papa. Please come. I know we've got this time off. I'm going to go see them. They want me to come see them. I'm going to go see them. I spent a week there with my grandfather, my grandmother, and I had this great time watching my only child at the time, who's now my eldest biological child, play with my grandfather. So he was hanging out with his great-grandfather. And the smile on both of their faces, I was so glad to be there. I go home, and the next day, about a day and a half after I'm home, I get a phone call. It's from my aunt. And unfortunately, my grandfather has killed himself. Like he did. It's always going to be a question to why. I don't have the answer. But I'm so grateful that I got up and I went. I went to him, and I spent that time with him. And I will never forget anything about him. I love the way he would laugh and tell jokes, and you couldn't really understand what he was saying because he never wore his teeth, so he looked like a bitter bear man. That thing kind of like, when he smiled, it was the funniest thing, but you loved it because you knew it was genuine because it was the ugliest shit you've ever seen in your life. That bitter beer face. Y'all remember that from Budweiser, that bitter beer? Yeah, that thing. So he was just such a huge part of my life. I wasn't as close to my grandmother, but he was amazing. And his name was Arthur Edward Faust. We called him Sonny. I called him Papa. He said hello and goodbye the same way. He would say, I love you, girl. When I walked through the door, that's what he said. And when I left, that's what he said. And I sang a song for him that I had written at his funeral. I'm going to play that one after this one, but I'm going to play the song. I call this The Angel of the South. Because whatever was in his heart, in his mind, whenever that happened, he had been in the Navy. He went into the Navy when he was 16 years old. It was a hardship at home in Mississippi. And his parents signed him. He had just turned 16, and they sent him off into the war. He watched the sister ship go down. He saw his best friend go into the water on the other ship because he was on the destroyer. He was on the USS Cunningham. And anytime I'm around anything, I always ask about that ship because it's important, because it's part of my heritage, because it's part of his. He was gunner. His job was, when the last man was in that gun, he had to take him out, and he had to sit in it himself. He had to put somebody and strap them in. I mean, think about that. 16, 17, 18 years old. All the things that he had seen, and he made it through. And unfortunately, something had just gotten to him. He was 79. But he was an amazing man. So this is for my grandfather. The angel of the South come early one morning as the red sun began to rise, came down from heaven without no warning, shape the memory of us. The Mississippi sky, she was awakened by a dream. She looked down upon the earth and cried. Her tears fell like rain. Oh Lord, the pain she'd seen with her eyes. The sweet song of grace whispered in the wind. So let the young ones just see the light, 'cause there ain't no use in pretending no more. Hell, we ought to know wrong from right. The Mississippi sky, she came out that night, brought the moon and the stars to shine. Oh Lord, they began to sing, just like sweet, sweet prayers in the night. They said, let's all gather by the river tonight. Let's all gather by the river tonight. No flag flew high early that morning, just pecan wood began to shine. It was old and majestic, it was handsome and sturdy, and it might have called me a moan its last ride. And the Mississippi sky, she looked down upon us, and she parted the clouds, send down her warm rays to dry the mist she'd seen in her eyes. She sang, let's all gather by the river tonight. Let's all gather by the river tonight. Children, let's all gather by the river tonight. Let's all gather by the river tonight. The angel of the south heard it one morning as the red sun began to rise. Woo! Thank you. That's for my papa. I wrote this when he was still alive. Want to see the sunrise when the moss rolls, be the cool air on the shoulder. Some eyes were places in the churches, gonna dive in the Dover. I wanna smell a garden full of roses, be baptized again in the muddy river, and just run barefooted down a dirt road to take me back home. Mississippi, won't you take me home? And I'll be good. promise I will love all the way. Mississippi, won't you take me home? Just lay beside that muddy bill. I know I won't home. Mississippi, won't you take me home? Wanna find the pond where we learn to swim. Daydream under an old oak tree. Climb through the magnolias. Think of what love means to me. Mississippi, won't you take me home? I'll be good. I promise I will love you more than I ever did. Mississippi, won't you take me home? That red-haired, brown-eyed man carried me on his shoulder. They walk me by the way. Mississippi, won't you take me home to their house in Mississippi? Hell, I know I won't home. Mississippi, won't you take me home? I know I won't go. So take me home. I sang that at his funeral. I was sitting in the wings, this small little church in Roxy, Mississippi. That's where my grandfather grew up. It was a little white. I mean, it was just it was so small that it had like 3 or 4 add-ons. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there, and I knew how old it was. And that's when I think you get this amazing moment of grace. And I don't know if everybody really pays attention to it, but I was sitting there, and every pew was full. Like, I mean, he reached a lot of people. He was a sailor when he was young, but he became an oil man. And he taught my dad how to be an oil man. He taught my dad, my uncles, and even on my mom's side, he taught my other uncles. Like, he was just this huge person in my life on both sides of my family. And as I sat there, I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to sing to this man in front of all of these people? And I didn't play live anywhere near as much as I do now. And my ear caught Abide With Me, the hymn Abide With Me. Abide with me, fast falls the evening tide. And that is a hymn that they sing at Watford Football Club. I know this because I'm a big Elton John fan, right? So I heard that song. I went to that's the Watford hymn. Then I went to Elton John, and I thought, years before, Elton John had played in front of millions of people for Princess Diana. It was millions. And he sat there, and he had to focus, and he could do it. And I thought, if he can do that and be playing to the entire world who is tuned in, I can go and I can sing this and not mess it up for my grandfather. And I did. And I remember what the tiles looked like. And I remember having to stare at them, not to break down. And that one of them looked like Cookie from Cookie Monster. Like it had rained, and I was staring at that tile, and I knew while I was looking at it and I was playing that song that he was with me and we were all okay. And I think those moments of grace are so important. So I wrote this song. I normally play it at the end. But I wrote the song, and it's called Circle. And I've been through things, you've been through things, we've all been through a lot in life. And we have these moments of grace where something reminds us of how we got past it. And I got the idea from the song because I was watching the marathons in 2021, and Eddie Izzard was talking to all these people. And all the people had conversations about just life, just the things they were going through. I remember one of them being a soldier, and in the UK, and he was going through different things and having to get back to where life was normal. And I remember, thinking of my brother like that. He's been in the Army since I was a kid, and he's still there. And I remember thinking all of those different things. And I remember there was this family, and they lost their mother, and this family had lost their father, and these other people had taken those ideas, and they were going to Africa, and they were helping other people. They were doing something really positive with that pain that they felt. And then I thought of my children and how they have gone through life with their heads held high, the memory of their dad, and just positive, like everything was a positive thing. So I wrote the song Circle for myself, for you guys, for everybody, kind of like, and I don't know if they're watching, but I played this pitch 25 a couple of years ago, and I looked down and I saw Tucker and Rachel, and I was singing this song. I saw the hearts and singing the song, and I thought, oh man. Once I got to the third verse, I was like, that's one strong, amazing couple. And that woman, she's so awesome. And I thought to myself, I'm singing something that I just kind of met them, and there's like a part of their story in a way, and something I wrote years ago. And I was like, thank you, God, for giving me that insight to be able to play music and write lyrics for myself at that moment, and for people who came into my life afterwards. Like when I said before, when I wrote something, I didn't know what I was writing, and I was really writing it to my soon-to-be husband. And when I wrote this song, I was writing it for everybody. And as I sing it live over and over again, I run into people, and I'm like, oh my God, well, I'm singing your song. I'm singing your story. So this is Circle. She was lying in bed, and he was watching the clock tick as the drip ran down. He knew she would say goodbye. She held on to the fight just to feel their love again. She whispered so softly, she closed her eyes. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like a summer baby. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile. Ooh. He was walking down the road, he was on his way to nowhere, but he'd never get there, so much darkness inside. He was walking down the path, looking for some shelter, calling the words. She said as she died, you gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like this army baby. Cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile. Life is like a circle, watch people around. Oh, one thing you lost, I found. Life is like a circle, watch people around. Oh, one thing you lost, I found. She was holding in her hands the last thing that she treasured, standing at the edge. She wanted to fly, but he was calling out her name, rushing to the railing, grabbed her so tight, said there was hope inside. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like a summer baby. You gotta cross that bridge. You gotta wear a smile. Ooh. She was standing in the hallway, watching the first step. She caught him as he stumbled, his cane by his side, and then she whispered in his ear, that is just your first step. Don't you give up, I know there's hope inside. You gotta cross that bridge. You gotta run the last mile. You gotta wear your smile like a summer baby. You gotta cross that bridge. You gotta wear your smile. Wear your smile. Life is like a circle. Watch me go round. Oh, one thing we lost life found. Life is like a circle. Watch me go round. Oh, one thing we lost life found. Sweet no round. Now no round. The baby you found. We go round. Now no round. You gotta cross that bridge. You gotta wear a smile. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you. Woo! Can I get a water? Take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah. Can I take a short break? Ooh, it is hot under these.
LED, I'm cold.
Really? Just me then? Oh, well, I
I
always.
haven't had it inside there. The AC good.
Ugh. When I play, that happens too.
Next time
You enjoying it?
Yes.
Right? You sounded brilliant.
I
Right?
love that. But that was really
Did you enjoy that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
I love stay, I love smile.
So can I give you one bit of feedback?
Sure.
There's a microphone over there.
be on it. Be on it more.
Yeah.
Right on it.
Like,
You're not too loud.
I think with Scotty, he was setting him up. Like, if I had done here earlier enough, I would have said, you sounded great,
Like I want to talk to you about.
but your lower register, it was too solid. Like, not you, the volume.
No, I can hear myself really well.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I get close, like I try to be.
I think that's what Scotty was hearing with the monitor, but when you get back out here, it's like, okay. And I think every time you got out here, you're hearing like your higher register. But yeah, that's the only thing that really guitar. I mean,
Not there quite yet.
it's 90% is paid.
The guitar is much better than I am.
10% is good. Yeah, no, I get it. No, that's the only feedback I got to you. It's like when you're testing, step away from your mic. Just whoever, like Scotty, good friend, but he's hearing the monitor that I plug. So yeah, just step away from the mic when you're testing out. That
I
way,
feel like different distances.
it gives you grace to step into it a little bit, and you know, when you're hitting those high notes and all that, you can set that. Right. That's fine. But yeah, when you're hitting those low registers, like, I forget what song it was. One of your last songs. get like not the chorus, the first intro. That's all we get. We heard great guitar playing. Once you finally came in to the higher register, that was great. Yeah, that's the only thing yeah, just definitely. I know I can tell.
Yeah.
But I also know like I know I can get real low like that. So I tend to step back a little bit and probably 6, maybe 8 inches away from mine. And that way I can step into it, and then when I hit those I can step back. Yeah. That's my little thing I'd give you on feedback. But the same thing with the open mic. Like those low registers. The guy thank you.
Yeah. Robert.
No, my guy. Yeah. He monitors a lot better.
Yeah.
Like here.
We just got the pad and everything, so you can do like in-time adjustments.
Yeah. Whereas here, like Scotty set you up.
Yeah.
And then so earlier I was passed over. Anyway.
I'm glad y'all were here for it though.
Oh yeah, we watching you. That last song, the Odyssey, is that the name of it? Cool. Yeah. That one? But I really enjoyed one song. That one I'm like, that is I want you to know that our friend yeah. So we have yeah. We get requests for this song about Mama and here like nightmare. We get requests all the time. But Chrissy Allen is she's got it one city. She's making it one person. She's like that. That's what they what's up? Yeah. Yeah. You had yeah. I've been thinking about that. Anyway, that's great song. That one's great. So April 4th of July. So you can still see what we made. Down by the fishing dock. So I make it the same thing for people next to work. Yeah. Like, yeah, so we would come in and sit and bring out and then kept waiting to look in there and then I
You're like showcasing how awesome they are. This guy.
They need to have that. Can you bring out that now? We're in our. My favorite though looks like I was like, you know, and I was like, that's the best picture ever. Yeah, it was really cool. I was just like sitting there and I was like, this is the best. So yeah, we used that one right away. It was great. Because I am always on top of like thinking of things that you're doing. It's like I'm trying to get this, trying to get it out, trying to get this coach out. And then he said, no. It's, he decided after we formed the Perkins 2. What I saw was I created I looked it up. You're at me now. It's like it's hard. Remember all of that. I tried to Perkins 2. Yeah. Delete. How do I delete shit? What do I do? Island time. Come on, we're still here, Emily. I need a private concert. At the table. Yeah, right. No, I know that weird vibe thing. Yeah. But it's just back to back. Instead of like 20 people in there and it's right across the street. And everybody was that's not like that, but when we walked in, it's not even. We were trying to fight over